Since switching my family over to the Mediterranean diet, I've been trying not to just make dishes that are healthy, but crave-worthy. And today we're making a creamy Calabrian chili tuna pasta. It's my go-to and I haven't really planned what to make. I almost always have pasta, some tuna, and some chili oil in the pantry, so dinner comes together without a grocery run. It's creamy, it's delicious, and you're gonna love it. I'm starting with whole wheat fusilli. The twists aren't just pretty, they're like sauce magnets, and every curve grabs on to the tuna and the sauce. You could use penne or spaghetti, but I love fusilli. And I'm just adding it to salted water, and you're gonna cook that a minute short of al dente. And once it's ready, make sure to reserve 1.5 cups of pasta water. And I'm gonna add Calabrian chili, about a tablespoon of just the oil, and about a tablespoon of the Calabrian chilies or less if you're sensitive to spice. And I'm gonna saute this for about 30 seconds just to wake up the chilies a bit. Once the chilies have been sauteing for a few seconds, I'm gonna add in just a little bit of butter. This is optional, but I love how velvety it makes the sauce, but you could also just add in a little olive oil if you wanna skip the butter. Now I'm going to add in a medium mid shallot. Shallots are sweeter and they're a little more delicate than onions, so they won't overpower the tuna. And we've got one of my favorite seasonings, which is sazon, and I'm gonna show you how to make it now, though you can do store-bought. I start with some toasted whole cumin seeds, coriander seeds, and a pinch of saffron, though I threw in some safflower since I ran out of saffron. And you can use a spice grinder. If you do it by hand, it's gonna take a little muscle, but it will get the job done. And you'll add in some garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, salt, agnato, and some turmeric for color. Add in your cumin and coriander and saffron mixture. Give that a nice blend, and it'll form like this nice orangey red color. And you can store this for months on end, and look at that. It's full of flavor and it gives food this like nice subtle color, but it's very different from the store-bought because the store-bought has a yellow 30 added. Once you add in your sazon, let it bloom for about 30 seconds just to bring out all the nice aromas. And then you're gonna add in some sun-dried tomato paste or regular tomato paste, and just make sure to let that cook until it turns like a dark red hue and it adds lots of umami. And I'm just gonna grate in 1 large garlic clove or maybe 2 medium garlic cloves if that's what you have. And let the garlic saute for about 30 seconds just till it's nice and golden. And then you're gonna deglaze your pan with a dry white wine. You could also do a little chicken broth with some vinegar in it. And we want the wine to cook down and reduce to about half. And I've got some tuna that was canned in olive oil, and I just left a little bit of the olive oil, and I'm just gonna add this in. And I don't wanna break it up too much because I want some of the larger chunks just to add texture. Gently combine the tuna with the sauce, and you just wanna make sure to get the tuna fully covered in the sauce. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add the juice of 1 whole lemon, and I'm adding in some sliced green olives. Give that a mix and let all the flavors come together for about 2 minutes on medium heat. Please don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And now we can add our fusilli pasta back in and go ahead and give it a nice gentle toss until every little piece of pasta is coated in that sauce in the tuna. You want like every bite that you get to be a mouthful. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start with about 1/2 cup of pasta water and add more as needed until it reaches a desired consistency. I like mine nice and creamy. Then I add in some chopped parsley. You can even do a little lemon zest, and it's ready to plate. Serve yourself a big bowl. Top it with some more lemon juice and some fresh parsley, or even some pecorino romano would play beautifully with this. Now let's dig into this, some olives and some tuna. If you guys try this, let me know in the comments and tune in every week for some Mediterranean recipes.